Hello, everybody. This is Janet here in Kitui. I've been here since Thursday, the 18th of February, and it's been a very, very busy time. It's been busy from 2 points of view because I wanted to go to, number one, to go and visit all the projects, and number two, I'm trying to get a lot of paperwork in order for coming back to get my work done here. And that's proving pretty tedious, I think is the word I'd like to use. People are very helpful, but my main difficulty is that you think you have something done, and next thing some more papers arrive that have to be filled. You have to go get photographs, and then the weather conditions sometimes are dreadful because you can't get from A to B. We have had rains here very early, and when the rain comes, many of the roads are impassable. So we're kind of housebound. And then that slows down the process. Anyway, let me go back, but everything is working out fine on that front. And will be okay. So I suppose, let me say to you that I had a very, very interesting afternoon, 2 afternoons or 2 days ago, whereby I travelled with staff members from KDC, which is the Kitui Development Centre. And we travelled to meet with a women's empowerment group, the ladies who belong to a women's empowerment group. And my goodness, to see what has gone on there and how those women have been empowered, what they have done with their savings is just something unreal. They, first of all, meet every week as a group. We met 20 groups, and there are 20 people, 20 women in each group. Each group has a trainer who teaches them how to do table banking, which is very similar to the whole idea of our credit union. And these women have told me that every week they come together and they save 20 Kenyan shillings, which is 2p, 2 cents in our money. And as the fund grows, they decide collectively how much money is going to be given out to whoever needs it most for whatever project they need. But anyway, making a long story short, all of these women have been able, they said it has changed their lives. They are now able to put money aside to pay school fees for their children, which is the major problem here. If you're talking to anybody, they will say, I really have to educate my children. I don't know where I'm going to get the school fees. It is so difficult. So school fees, some of them have bought a goat, some of them have bought chickens, some of them have opened clothes shops. Some of them have opened water storage and milk parlours. And they are now empowered and they're passing on all of this information. So that was wonderful to see that actually happening in real life. They put on a special display because I was coming in order, and there was another American lady as well who was a writer and who is a friend of KDC. Now, I'll be working with that NGO organisation when I come back, but my work will be different. It will be where we are trying to set up a rescue centre to facilitate young people who are on the streets. They no longer have a home to call their own. So someplace to help them and reassure them and care for them while their papers are being processed before they go into residential care. So that was that program. Then I went to Tulia a couple of days before that to the school where lots of your money has been spent. And the girls there are doing very, very well. And the building is completed from a structural point of view. But this time the aim is that we're going to try and furnish that, to buy tables and chairs for them. And school supplies. So everything was grand there. I couldn't spend too much time, but it was lovely to see it. And from there on, I moved into the Macaulay Home Care project. And to my delight, I met with the young girl that I had visited before I went home the last time. And she has joined the home care program, and the difference that it made in her life. She is now supported. She has now got a job. She is able to look after her 2 children and her siblings of 5 siblings. This girl is 25 years of age, but she's looking much better. She has support from the home care program that looks after orphans and their guardians. So we have put something in place to make this family sustainable, because this girl only earns a small amount of money, and I mean she really can't sustain 9 people. So we're putting together, and we have put together, and we've done out a yearly plan of sustainability for her. And we're not giving to her without her giving something back. So she has to learn how to budget, she has to learn how to care for her siblings, she has got to try and save some money and so on. So we have a plan for that, and hopefully I will be working on that. I will be working with her once a week, and I will also be going to visit her children in the evenings, possibly once every 2 weeks, and monitoring the progress. So they're the 3 projects to date. So it has been busy, but it's been wonderful to be here. They're all very delighted. They're so appreciative of any facilitation that can be done on their behalf. So I hope that's a nice update. The weather, in between the rains is lovely. The temperatures are about 29, 30 degrees. I'm not seeing very much of the sun, apart from, I certainly have no time to be sitting out in it. So I'm on the move. So I don't know whether I'll have a great tan by the time I come home. Anyway, that's the story there. Last evening, I met with all the staff members of the Kitui Development Centre. We had a social evening together. This was lovely. And there was also an American lady there who is a writer, and she's a lecturer in Virginia in the USA, and she's very interested in women's rights. So I'll be looking forward to getting some of her writings and so on. So I have some nice video footage, I think, and I certainly took lots of photographs, which you will be able to see when we get home. So that's about it from here. I will be home towards the end of next week, and I'll be dying to share all the information with you, and I look forward to your support and supporting me in coming back to facilitate what changes the Kenyan people would like to see. So that's it from Kitui.